Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. And we are underway in Buffalo. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They run the option on 2nd down.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The Bills at 12-1 now to start play, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Alston. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Throwing now is Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well, and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's wondered in his game partner. Will this offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
Three and a half to go, first quarter. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action, now Rattler. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
All 52.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, it's Jordan. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Up the middle they go. Alston. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. To the air, Allen. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
To the air is Rattler.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10.
They'll try the left side.
Lowry. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line.
Here's Rattler.
He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now a handoff up the middle. Lowry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second and 5. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now Rattler. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Allen now looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Monday. 5 wide.
On play action, Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Here's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Allen going to get it quickly out to Coleman. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Rattler wants to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Off the play fake, it's Rattler. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Throwing is Rattler. Short throw to Smith. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a 2nd and 5. On the counter, it's Walker. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This now a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Powering his way forward. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Up the middle they go. Lowry. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Lowry, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up here, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Oh, and that was a big-time hit right there. And receivers understand when they run into the danger zone, that's the expectation. Really good job of catching the football, holding on despite the discouraging type of a hit.
Walker now on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. From the shotgun, Rattler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rattler working out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. The slot man in motion right. On 4th down, here's Rattler. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Middle.
Allen going to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On play action, Allen. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Alert, alert, alert! What's that?
Throwing now is Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Allen maybe with a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's the Bills' kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Completes it right side to Cooper. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
The Seahawks send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It's taken to the 26. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now Allen. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Regular. What's that?
Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Alert! Stop. Look out!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
What's that?
And again, it's Allen. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long.
Half 10. Alert! What's that?
Back to throw. Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play. Here's Rattler. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Yeah, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To the air is Rattler. That one out wide and intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try the left side. Alston. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Allen. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw, it's Allen. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a keep.
And always sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Under pressure, they got him again. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go. Here's Rattler. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee.
Let's go now.
And they will take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better.